I am muted. Hi
Yeah, just
everyone, how are you guys doing? Okay, we have Annette here with me. Charmaine will come in. She's there cooking. The reason why I come on at 5:30, I promised you guys that I was coming on at 5, but guys, I was answering some comments on the page there and doing a little, and I was stiff, so I had to get up and stretch
mm,
myself and
okay.
get everything ready for you guys. All right.
Yep. Greetings, chat. How you all doing? And also hi to the mods as well. And hi to Sharon. And yeah, I'm back for a little moment. And yeah, hope everyone's been doing well. Have you all been watching? What's been on now? I know we got the World Cup still going, and we've also got tennis. I forgot who won. But yeah, just keeping busy. Yeah, I've been super busy myself, but it's really nice to be back here again. Okay.
Oh,
And
well said there.
congratulations to Era. I think she said her
Mm-hmm.
stepdaughter has had
Mm-hmm.
triplets. Wow. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
days. Amazing. Shall I tell you a little insights for me? I've got a set of twins, but they're a lot older now. So I understand having those multiple births, but it's all good. So all the best for your family, Era. Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah, well said there. Well said. Congratulations again, Era. Era been telling everyone about that.
Oh, well, that's a beautiful
Yeah,
blessing.
because she's so excited about the triplets.
Yeah, that's
It is,
beautiful.
I love babies too. It is such a great
Okay.
blessing that God bestowed upon the woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So much blessings.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, so we have a very busy day in Skitland. So let me just answer this comment here. Exactly. We just put exactly. All right. So we can get ready for our. So welcome in. I'm waiting for everybody else to come in. How you guys are doing, and then we will do the roll call. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. I hope good morning, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to Sharon Review. We're having a very nice, mild day in SkitLanta, and now we're picking up the nuggets to see that there is going to be a lot of issue going on. So we are going to be calling a spade, right?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, we always do this on this channel. We call a spade, and we talk about it, right? So we are here, and we are going to be as fair as we can be. We can't be biased.
Mm.
As we said, we call a spade a spade. All right, so let's see. So today's Sunday. How are you guys? Evening going, morning, afternoon, or night? What are you guys? Did you guys already have supper? I haven't have nothing to eat yet.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Only this morning I have dumpling and kalalo,
Oh
fried dumpling
wow.
with ackee and no, kalalo and saltfish,
Okay,
and
nice one.
chocolate tea, Jamaican chocolate
Oh
tea.
gosh,
You know,
I
and they
love
them out
I
and
love
beat and
chocolate
they
tea.
roll it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I love chocolate
So
tea.
we have that.
I've had my supper ready because it's like 23 minutes to 11. So what do we have? Oh yeah, stew peas. Yeah, I love that. I didn't put any meat in it because I don't really like meat in stew peas. But apart from that, yeah,
Mm,
it's been cool. Lovely. Okay. So, what did you all have to eat today? The chat
mm,
family, we nice get our mouths watering.
mm.
Yeah, what did you have for supper or tea? Well, we call tea supper as well. Lunch or your dinner. Let us know in the chat. Why not?
Yes. Put it in
Yeah,
the chat.
yeah.
What
Let
did
us.
you the guys do? Step away from the skit for a bit, go in your
Mm,
garden, relax, talk to your plants. I'm
mm.
cooking shrimp. I'm making shrimp stir fry. Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, nice one, Sabrina.
Yeah,
Save
that's
us a
nice,
plate. Well,
Sabrina.
I'm not really keen on shrimps, but it sounds really lovely.
I
But
love
yeah,
shrimp. I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay. You love shrimps. Okay.
My sister
Anyone
said she
else?
read the Bible and that is not good, so she's not into that anymore. She did love shrimp, so she stopped eating it.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I can understand where she's coming. Suzette,
Yeah.
chicken salad with fruit for lunch. Oh, that's very healthy. Well
Ooh.
done, Suzette. Nice.
Yeah,
Lovely.
well done. I wish I
Yeah.
could be that disciplined.
Okay,
I
one thing
need
I'm
to
gonna
be.
hope. Okay, so just as a sidebar, I just hope nobody mentions the word lobster.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Sorry,
mentioning lobster. I love lobster.
sorry, I was just having a little fun.
Love to get lobster from
Oh no, I don't eat none of
lobster.
that.
Oh, yes, I love going there for dinner.
Okay, no,
Oh
I
my
don't eat lobsters.
God.
No.
True.
Crab.
Hmm.
No, none of those things I don't eat. Crab, lobster, octopus, all them kind of
I've never eat
fish,
octopus. No, that's
none
the
of
right
that.
drawing line.
And
No,
eat
definitely not.
and even with fish, I'm very picky what sort of fish I eat anyway. So yeah.
I love red snapper.
Yeah, too much bones.
Yeah, I love red snapper and the dry kingfish, but I'll eat it. But the
Mm-hmm.
red snapper, I love the red snapper where you fry it and then you fish, where you call it
The
there.
esophagus,
Yes, when
yeah.
you,
Put
yeah,
the
I like that one.
vinegar,
And I
carrot,
love when you
onions.
saute the onions and the hot
Yeah,
peppers and the,
esophagus, yeah.
what you call
It's
it,
nice.
the
Yeah,
orange, the plant, the, what is it, carrot
yeah,
and sweet
carrot.
pepper, just saute and then with the vinegar,
Yeah,
just pour it on it. Oh God.
yeah.
And I kept, oh God, girl, I will
Mm.
have that. I'll just sit there and just eat that.
Okay, you know
And
the
that
fish.
vegetable.
The fish
Mm.
I like is fried sprats. I love sprats, the small
Yeah,
ones.
sprat is nice too.
Oh,
It's
I love
very nice.
that.
Yes, I love sprat too. Yes,
Yeah, I can eat that. I can eat
definitely.
that. Yeah, so
All
but
right,
just
guys. So we're here talking, so you guys can come in. It's Sunday. We love a rice and peas. I mean, I
yeah,
said none of that take place.
I haven't done that for a little while myself. But I do
All right.
love I love my Jamaican food. I do, and English food to a point, and
Yeah,
American food. Yeah.
yeah. I eat everything. I
Okay.
try to make. We make different dishes inside here, but we eat a lot of Jamaican food, I must say. But I
Mhm.
love the Italian food. I love the
Okay.
Chinese food. I tell you, I just love food. My
Okay.
goodness. I'm
Okay.
a
Nice
foodie
one.
kind of person.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So
Lovely. Nice to hear that.
yeah. So let we greet everyone and welcome our chat family. So they're coming in little by little. All right,
Mhm.
so we have Eclid is in the house. I hi, pleasant afternoon. All I know you were the first one here. And I says, oh, did I put the wrong time because I needed to get up and stretch my leg, you know? I
Okay.
Suzette, Suzette. So welcome in Suzette, welcome in Era, welcome in Tracia, welcome in Sabrina, welcome in Annette. Annette is on the panel with me today. Hi, dear Belinda. Hi, dear Sherma. Um,
Margaret.
Margaret, hi dear Margaret, welcome in. Hi dear Marvis, welcome in. Hi dear Antoinette, welcome in. Okay, so when anybody else come on, we will greet them in.
Yeah.
So we have a very okay. So before we start, let me just say the thoughts. But
Yeah.
today is start your day with a big smile and a
Mhm.
mind full of happy and positive thoughts. Have a
Great.
wonderful Sunday. So that really was a nice one, right?
That's sweet. I want to say hi to Antoinette as well, and
Yes.
Angela Porter. Hi.
Hi, Sissy. Welcome in, Andrea.
Andrea, is that your
Welcome in,
sister?
Antoinette.
Is
Yeah,
that your sister? Oh,
yeah,
okay. Hi, Andrea.
yeah, that's my sister.
Hi.
Okay, so let me see what the chat family is saying before we jump into the meat of the matter.
Yeah.
And then Susan says, hi, Sharon, we're um, in the beginning of a heat wave in Chicago. Irritant, like for
Mhm.
AC. Oh, definitely. And you know, we were having heat wave a few days ago and we have the internet outage. Remember, I was online and then everything just knocked out again. Yeah,
Mm.
we have our section was in, era was in blackout.
Mm.
Hi Tracy, hi Tracy, Tracy. I say hi Sharon and Charmaine and everyone on the chat. Charmaine, oh Charmaine isn't here as yet. It's just Annette right now. Charmaine is gonna come in soon. Era says, hello Suzette Johnson, how are you doing? I am still a happy mood over the stepdaughter giving birth to triplet baby. Oh,
Mm.
that
So
is such a
beautiful.
wonderful thing. I love babies. I wish I was close by to give a helping hand. I love the smell of newborn. Susan says, Era, that is such a blessing. I'm sure she will welcome any help you can give her with the babies. Oh, definitely she will, eh, Susan? So we'll just give Era a round of applause here.
Mhm.
Here we go for your granddaughter and her bundle of joys. All right. And then Belinda here said, business, stop watching skit a while until we get back making it exciting. Rating
Mm.
going down.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Belinda. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but Belinda, it's good for you to watch it so that way the rating can go up so you can get some, you know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is.
Mm.
And Sherma says, good evening, ladies and chat.
Hi,
And
Sharma.
and Era says, Suzette, yes. She will be. she will, because we are both having a very good relationship. She's older than my children and will be 45 next month. She'll be married for 15 years without children.
Mm.
Oh, that
Oh,
is
wow. Wow, brilliant.
great story, great testimony. Well done, dear. Susan says, today lesson from my pastor was Luke 15, and the prodigal son. The father accepted his son back, even though he went and wasted his inheritance on ungodly living. Shade of amber.
Oh,
Exactly.
mm.
Well
That's
said, well said. I love that.
thanks, Suzette. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Very much so. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then Sabrina says, oh yeah, we read that one. And then Susan said, oh yeah, we read that one also.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea says, good evening, sister and Annette. Oh, good
Hi.
evening, baby
Hi,
girl.
Andrea.
Mhm. And let's see, Sharon and Annette, thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. My stepdaughter has been married for 15 years with children. There's a lot of joy in our family since yesterday. Thank you guys. You
You
are
know what, Era, I'm not being funny. I'm gonna have to really big you up and your family because to go so long and not have children and then to be blessed with three at one time, that is an amazing gift from God. So again,
welcome.
send our happiness to your family because that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blessing.
Exactly. I absolutely agree. That's a beautiful blessing. Her womb is blessed. Tell her don't be surprised if she end up pregnant again soon,
That's true. Yeah.
because that normally happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Okay,
Um,
Sabrina says, I love Jamaican food. I usually get jerk chicken or brown stew chicken. I love cocoa bread. Oh gosh, Sabrina, you're making my mouth water. Absolutely love that. Yeah. Okay, please share and subscribe to Sharon underscore Rico reviews. Thank you. And that's by Andrea. Thank you so much.
yes, I was spinning that there. And
Hmm.
then Suzette says here, Sabrina, I am sure you're an excellent cook. Your jerk chicken, not like Nadia's.
Oh my day.
It's a good one.
Listen, that's a good one. Thank you, Suzette. Oh my gosh, sorry, but Nadia, come on, girl, you should have done a lot better than that. But it's all
Mm,
fun anyway.
I know, I know.
Okay.
And then I welcome in tea, baby. May have some oxtail rice and peas with some cabbage and fried dumpling. Ooh,
Ooh, oh my
get my
gosh,
mouth
I'm
already
coming over to
watering right
yours.
now.
Tabby, save us a plate.
Yeah, send us a plate.
Save us a plate.
And Rosaline, welcoming Rosaline, Amber and Dave, living happy after in Dave's Playboy mansion. Okay,
Okay.
so she's there laughing, so we just laugh along with her
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
until the delusion is over.
Oh yeah, until she gets
Until
her
the illusion is over.
yeah, her comment.
Surely, Miss Dolly. Dolly says, delusion, illusion. Marianne says, hello, Sharon and chat. Welcoming Marianne. Hi there, Shirley. Welcoming. Hi there, Irene. Welcome. And Sabrina says, I don't cook jerk chicken, Susan. I leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, but
Oh
that
my
is nice though.
goodness. So
Yeah.
she's laughing away. She leave it to the professionals.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice
Rosalind
one.
says, Anthony live, she says, Anthony, live your life. So we have one person in the chat here want Anthony to live his sinful life. Yes. That's very good, Rosalind. Well, he has to live his life too, right?
Yeah.
And she's
Mm,
absolutely right. Okay, then Eros says, Sharon and Annette, D, that is why patient is good
good. E-
in good in
ex-
marriage.
Excellent point, Era.
Mm,
Really, I get you with that. That's brilliant. Thank you for sharing that.
mm. And Rosalind there is laughing. Yeah, she is having a
Yeah.
laugh over there,
Yeah.
because she's the only one feeling sorry for little Anthony, making a bad choice there for himself right now.
Okay.
All right, so let's jump into it now.
Mhm.
So while everybody coming, we will greet them. Okay,
Yeah.
so we woke up this morning to a very messy situation,
Mhm.
and then it carried on until Denisha checked him, and then we noticed that she put her finger in his chest. I guess I didn't see that, but Charmaine was talking to me
Who
about that.
said that? Who did that? Denise.
Delicia, that she was talking to Anthony. She put her hands in his chest. So if anybody can see that, watch that for me and tell me.
Okay. Yeah, let us know about that one. Might have
Thank,
slipped that
yeah,
one.
please let me know because I know she was pointing the finger, but I didn't know. So she pointed into his chest.
Yeah, I got a few questions for you to maybe do a poll later on,
Hmm.
um, Sharon, because
Yeah.
I would say like, so who was at
Okay.
fault? Was it Anthony? Was it Denisha? Or was it Shayla? Who was
Okay.
no, sorry, who was most at fault? That's what I should say, because they were
Who
at
is
fault.
most at fault?
Yeah. So Anthony, Shayla, or Denisha. And chat,
Hmm.
please, give your comments as well. Well, you were gonna poll it, but then also just give us your views on that.
Yeah, would really appreciate that. So I'm putting it in. I'm
Mm-hmm.
polling that right now. I'm gonna poll it.
Miss T227 is already said Denisha, but yeah, okay, make sure you poll that. And then okay, so just bang me leg there. Miss T, tell me the reason why you said Denisha and you put explanation marks. So tell us the reason why you feel Denisha is most at fault. I'd be
Denisha
intrigued to hear.
and Johnny.
Okay, I got Suzette saying Denisha is most at fault for allowing her son to be in this kind of situation. Well done. I agree with you, Suzette. Hi, Money Law. How are you doing? And
Welcome in Monelaw.
Money Law says Anthony should have let Big Kai just sit in the car, but Shayla was wrong for screaming out loud enough for him to hear, saying
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't have his own dad. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's vote and see what people are saying. Oh, it's good for the
Oh, I
comment.
just put it so we're giving them time to poll.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so you read Suzette comments. So Denisha is most at fault,
mhm,
allowing her son to be in that kind exactly her
yeah.
situation. Totally
Hmm.
agree with
Yeah. I just read this one as well from
that.
Money
Okay,
Law. Next
awesome.
one
And
down.
then Marie,
Mm-hmm.
you read that
Den-
one?
yeah. Denisha poked Anne. Sorry, Denisha poked Anne with her finger in his chest. You know what? I didn't see that, so I'm gonna have to watch that again. So you see, oh gosh, what is anyway? I'll talk about that a bit later because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not impressed with that either. But anyway, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Marion says Anthony. Okay, Marion, could you explain why you're saying Anthony? Because some people are giving us
Mm-hmm.
reasons. We just want to hear. Sabrina said Anthony. He should have had a discussion with both mothers, so he would know how to act accordingly. Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
that makes sense as well. Thanks for that, Sabrina.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
very much for that. Well said.
Yeah, Wanda says, hi Wanda, Denisha calls because she should not have her child in a bad situation. Thank you, Wanda.
Exactly. Well
Thank you
said.
so much. We
I
appreciate.
falter too, Wanda. Welcome in. Welcome to the Sharon Review Chat family. Oh, there is Charmaine. How long you been sitting there? Welcome in, Charmaine. I look down and saw you.
Good
Hi
evening,
Sharon.
everybody. Good
Hi,
evening, my chat family, Annette
hi,
and Sharon. I've been sitting here like maybe about 3 minutes.
hi. How
Okay,
are
I
you
look down
doing?
and say, I frightened. I say, oh my God, how long no Charmaine been sitting there? Um,
Yep.
Jeremiah
So
said, so it break up season in Skitland. No, yes, a break up season, definitely.
yeah, like what
Yes,
you
it
said,
is. So
Sharon.
we have Ron, we have Danielle, Amber,
Lee.
and Darren. So we have four people so far that break up. That's fine. It's good.
And guess
And
me
then
what?
Mm,
Antoinette says both of them was at fault because he could have left Kai in the car or left him at home. I don't agree with children
mm,
to be not in the car. And then Misty said, Denisha is the mother. Her son is a responsibility, not Anthony Narsha. Exactly. So I hope you guys make it sure so it was Denisha at fault for
okay.
putting her child in that situation.
Auntie Riri says, 'cause I know Charmaine wants that some say something. Hi, ladies. Just winding down. Denisha's at fault for letting her son go over there, but Shayla deserves a fade. Shayla was dead a wrong. Okay.
Hey,
Over to
Manila. I'm not going
Tisha.
to give Sheila any of the blame
No,
because
Let
me.
that's
not give Shayla no
That's
blame.
Sheila's house.
Mm-hmm.
That is Shayla's house. And if you come to my house, I can yell or behave any way I want to because this is my house. I
Mhm.
Exactly.
don't care. And the fact that Shayla was being nice at first, she went
Mm.
outside, she
Mm.
came back in, they went to the bedroom, and Anthony was the first person to raise his voice. If you
Mm.
went back and listened to
Yeah, he
the
was.
video,
He was.
Anthony was the first person when they went into the bedroom to actually raise his voice. And then Shayla, Shayla is matching energy for
Mhm.
energy. Shayla matched his energy. But Anthony was the first person when they went into the bedroom to start to raise his voice. Because he want Kai to go back and tell his mom, oh, Anthony was checking Shayla and all that. Or he want Kai to know that they were not actually doing anything in there. So he make sure he raised his voice to make sure they were quarreling. So
Mm.
Anthony was dead wrong to take that child to Shayla's house. Come on. That
Yeah.
is not your child. You went to pick up your child. Pick up your child and leave the other child at home. Why
Mhm.
did you see the need to bring a child? And Anthony knows how Shayla is.
Exactly.
Did
He
he think
does.
Shayla was not going to say anything at all?
Yeah, but
Saying all of that?
at the end of the
Anthony
day,
is playing a
game,
dangerous
dangerous
game.
game. Yes, Shaman.
Anthony is playing a
Mhm.
dangerous game. And I
Okay.
can tell you right now, guys, people
Mhm.
saying Shayla is going to, it doesn't matter if Shayla lose the fight, if there's a
Mm.
fight, but Shayla is going to match Denisha energy. Because Shayla don't back down from anything.
Yeah, she
She don't
doesn't.
care. She
Yeah.
has a mouth from the south and she
Yeah.
doesn't back down. And something else, I want to ask a question.
Mhm.
I know I came on late. I don't know what you guys were talking about, but everybody's saying Angelina, Angelina. Listen,
Mm. Mm-mm.
Angelina does not need to lift a finger to destroy Denisha. And we must remember that. Think about when Amber and Shayla get into that fight at the lake house and Shayla and came back. Angelina was the one who pressed Shayla to press charges against Amber.
Yeah.
When Angelina called the warden, that white lady, I don't remember if she was a warden or she was a warden supervisor. When Angelina called her, because Angelina heard that Amber was getting out or got bail, and when she called her, and the lady told her there's nothing she can do because she got bail, and unless there's new charges before she can be rearrested. You know what
Mm.
Angelina said? It's okay. I will deal with this myself. You know what happened the next day?
The baby was
The baby
taken.
was taken away
Mhm.
from
Her.
Amber because wicked Angelina make sure she called that adoption agency because the adoption agency would not know that Amber was
Anything.
arrested
Yeah.
or
Exactly.
anything. But
Mm.
Angelina make sure she called the adoption agency and get them to come and remove David from Amber. So
Yep.
I know Denisha might be saying she's a big bad wolf. All Angelina have connection to the highest level. Angelina, if Angelina start to investigate Denisha and find out anything, all those dark things she told Anthony that she has in her closet, trust me, she will not only lose Anthony, she's going to lose her son because Angelina is going to make sure of that because Angelina is wicked.
Yeah.
Angelina
She
is
is.
the
She's
devil
devil.
from the south and
Yeah.
she is not playing.
Yeah.
She
One thing
will
I'd
not
say.
play. Okay. So
I
all Denise
agree.
is talking about, she has not gone up. I know maybe after Angelina do what she's doing, Anthony also has connection. So maybe Anthony will pull something too. And that is when all the cards will come tumbling down because people will start getting their karma. But trust me,
Yeah.
Angelina will be the first to draw because she's not playing about Kai.
Oh yeah.
She's not playing about Kai inheritance.
Mm.
So Anthony better watch himself because
Yep.
trust me, doesn't
Yeah.
matter what Angelina have going on. Angelina have a lot. See, she got Brody. The whole thing got shut down. She called
Mm.
what she did. She called the
The council.
city hall, city
Yeah. She
council.
did.
She's friend with all of those people
Yeah.
because
She
she
does.
do work with them. She has
Yeah.
all sort of contract with them. And Angelina will just because she threatened Anthony already, and she tell Anthony that when Amber take that 50%, believe her. The next 50%, she's going to make sure he doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. I
all
agree.
the people saying about, trust me, if Angelina buck up against Denisha is not going to win.
Yeah.
And
But
Angelina is not going to lift a finger in terms
yeah.
of violence because
Yeah.
Angelina has the connection and she will get a PI. Remember, she was promising Anthony to get a PI to put on Amber. And she told
Mm,
Sheila that she was going to give Anthony a PI to put on Amber. She's
yeah.
going to do that with Denisha because Angelina knows how to play the game.
Definitely. Yeah. I agree with you, Charmaine. But one thing I would like to also add to that, well, I believe, yes, Denisha for me is the one at most fault. However, we know why Anthony's doing this. This is all a get back for Amber, regardless of what he wants Amber to hear about this. Because maybe secretly he wants her to come to the house and see that, oh, I've moved in, blah, blah. I've moved in Denisha and her son is there. Because remember, he's always wanting a reaction from Amber. That's his main goal and everything. So, but he better be careful because
He's going
these
to get what he wished for. Trust
this
me.
game that he's playing. But however, there are men, I must say, there are men that will take uh say like the girlfriend's child and bring it over to the baby mother, and I'm talking of experience, so I kind of know where they're coming from with that. It does actually happen. So it's just the mere fact that he was quite happy to have all that dispute in the house. However, when Shayla got involved with Iman, Anthony came over and they were arguing as well because obviously, Iman, he smokes and everything like that. But as I said, for me, the most person at fault is definitely Denisha. I'm wondering what the chat is saying. Miss T saying Denisha is doing a lot of talking about what people are doing
All
at
right.
every house except hers. So go to your house and make rules. Yeah, nice said. Well said, Miss T. Okay.
Okay, so Quiet says, as a mother of three, I am going to protect my children to the end, no matter how old Denisha should have never allowed her son to move into a married man house. Denisha set up her own child. Exactly. And
Yep.
Charmaine, well said. I love what you said. People not aware that Angelina had done that to Amber. So we have quite a
Yeah,
few new people into the chat. So I
a lot
have to
of people who
piggyback.
just start watching does not
You're
even
right.
realize that,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not the arrest because
Hmm.
yes, Angelina got arrested because she pressed Sheila to press the charges, but it was
Hmm.
not the arrest that caused her to lose David because when she called that white lady. I don't remember she was the warden or she was whatever, but she was there. And she told her, no, there's nothing she can do because she was released. Unless there was some more charges, she could not rearrest her on the same charges. And Angelina's word was, it's okay. You will see. And the next morning, David was taken away from her because Angelina make sure she make that call
Hmm.
to the
I
adoption
remember.
agency.
And
She
I
makes
remember.
that call to the adoption agency.
it's
And
so
trust me,
interesting. It's so
Hmm.
Angelina will be evil. We know Angelina is evil.
Yeah, but
Angelina have Pam investigated.
mm-hmm.
You know Angelina is evil. If Angelina can be working with people and she stole there, well, how much million was it? And
Mm-hmm.
road to start and send those people to jail. Angelina set up those people to go to jail for 15 years. Tell me,
Yeah,
what can't she do?
yeah, she's
Because it
definitely
was
dangerous.
sincerely and her brother and a cousin. Angelina make sure she took the money and sent them to jail.
Yeah.
For 15 years, they were in jail. So tell
Mm-hmm.
me what Angelina can't do. Angelina will go to the ends of the earth for her kid. She will do it for Shayla. And Angelina has a lot of dirt on Anthony. We might not even begin to imagine. Remember Anthony and Angelina when the first divorce and
Yeah.
Angelina was telling Anthony how to hide money and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay. Angelina know that Anthony has hidden money. You think
Yeah.
she don't know that? Of course she knows that.
Yeah,
How
she
to
does.
do a blind trust and all that. Angelina was
Hmm.
coaching Anthony to do
Mm-hmm.
all that. So people, if Angelina really put the fangs out, somebody is
Yes,
going to get hurt. It
hurt.
doesn't matter if Anthony is going to counterattack, because he will counterattack. He said
No,
he
he
has
will.
connection. He said he has connection. We
He
don't know,
will. He will
because he said he has
definitely.
connection. So if
We
he
know
has
that.
connection, he will counterattack,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the cards, the cards will come tumbling down. But I can
Yeah.
tell you that Angelina is going to do first strike. Angelina
Lord,
is going to
Definitely.
do
I'm
first
looking for,
strike.
I'm looking forward to that. But I wonder, well, maybe I'm answering my own question. I don't think Amber knew that it was Angelina who was behind the issue in terms of the
No,
baby.
I don't think so either. Because
And
the lady did not. Did you only tell him that she was arrested and nobody was home, neither her? And how did the lady know that Anthony was not at the house? I was
hmm
asking that question that day. Because I am saying, how would this lady know that Anthony was not there while Amber was arrested? That's what the
mm,
lady told Amber. You were not here, you were in jail, and your husband was not here.
Yeah,
He had that
I
yeah,
remember.
information to
Yeah,
tell Amber. Amber did not even question her. How did you know that Anthony was not here?
yeah,
All Anthony Amber did was give up David. But the lady got the information from Angelina, because
hmm
Angelina knew that Anthony did not go back to the house. So
yes,
the kid was there with Kay. Kay was who was there with Amber at the time, that was staying with David when all that happened.
yeah,
And
I
one of
remember.
the parents was supposed to be there, and the lady knew that none of them was there. I mean, Amber was locked up and Anthony was not there. So
yeah,
she got the correct information why she was able to come in and remove. If Anthony was there, it would not be a problem, because it was not even the arrest.
Mm-hmm.
It was not even the arrest. It was the fact that nobody was, they were not there. So they said
Yeah.
they could
Anthony
keep
dropped the
it.
ball.
Of course,
That's
Anthony
all
dropped
I
the
can
ball.
say. Anthony
Well.
should have gone back home. He shouldn't have stayed so long at Shayla. I know that Amber tried to run him over with the car. So Anthony was in the wrong for not going home. And it is so disgusting that he ran away from his wife, stays. How long he stays with Shayla? 6 months?
He was with Sheila from the okay, so he was with between January and July,
July.
because I
Yeah.
think he left her sometime in June.
June. No, yeah, about
He left
June.
Five
her
They
months. So he
said.
sometime
was
in
with
June.
Shayla for 5 months.
Yes, so
Meantime,
between
his
five
wife
to
was
six
going
months she
through
was
a
with
lot.
Sheila.
And he
Yeah.
didn't care.
Okay.
Exactly.
We
Exactly,
didn't.
because even when Dylan was telling him, you did not even go and check on Amber, she was arrested, because they did not know until she was bailed out, and Brittany
Mm,
told Dylan. And he did not
And
go
Anthony
even
didn't
then.
care.
He did. He
Anthony
said he
didn't
was
care.
afraid to go. He was ashamed to go. And did you see Amber how she
No,
was chased,
what he
running him
says,
out
no,
with the car?
Charmaine, what he said when Daylan told him Amber been arrested, he go, and then he says, go and check. They took the baby from Amber.
No, he
He
said
goes,
you don't even know if the baby is all right. And he said
and he
yes,
goes,
Kai
Kai's
is
fine.
okay. He
He said,
said
fine is
Kai
fine.
is okay. Kai is
Yeah.
fine.
that's why I hope.
And Dylan said to him, I'm not talking about Kai. You don't even know if David is
David.
all right. If Anthony had gone to the house, then
Mm.
all of that would be avoided. But
Yeah.
no, he did not want to. So
It's true, you know, that Anthony's behavior is really off key. But anyway, Trapstar says Denisha is at fault. She put her son in the middle of this. She moved into her house and she knows belongs to Anthony and Amber until the divorce is final. That says everything. Yes, well said, Trapstar. As I
Well
said,
said.
Denisha, she's a not a very nice person. I'm gonna keep it at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to call
She's
a spade a
yeah,
spade.
she's all about the money and she doesn't care because she's put her son in that, and that's what I've been saying, that I put all of this. Yes, Anthony's doing a load of nonsense, the same with Amber, but Denisha, it's her child and she's put him in the middle of this. And then look what happened today with Shayla and Anthony, all their argument. And now I think Denisha, you know, she had words with Anthony, but at the end of the day, I don't know if she knew that Anthony was going to go and collect Kai. I'm not too sure about that. But however, she made the choice to let her
Mhm.
son go and move into the Dalton estate, and she knows the divorce is not been finalized. So that
Exactly.
tells me about her character.
Exactly.
A man can say anything he wants to you. You have a choice, and she chose to move into the Dalton estate wearing some of Amber's clothes. Now she's got her clothes. She was
No,
happy
she's
now
not
that
wearing Amber clothes. Amber
I think
clothes
she
can't
was
fit.
before. I think she was before. Somebody just put that in the
Amber
chat.
clothes can't fit her.
I
Trust me.
don't know, but
Exactly.
they
Amber
said
clothes
Because
can't
somebody
she
was
fit.
had
saying
that BBL back there, and Amber, no, Amber
I
clothes
don't
couldn't
know.
fit
But
that BBL.
anyway, she was saying that at the end of the day, Denisha is definitely the one at fault because she's got the child that's leaving. And I think you're right, Shaman. I'm sure the father's gonna turn up. I think his dad's
Yeah,
gonna turn up soon.
I think they're loading
That's
that
gonna be
one.
good. I can't
Mhm.
wait
And
to
I
when
see
think
that.
that
they're
father
loading it.
turn up,
Yeah, that's gonna be
Anthony's
good.
going to learn a lot of things. And
Oh
you know
yeah,
something else that I was thinking? They brought Momo and what's her name, Piari, to be friends for a reason.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's not just something out of the blue.
Mhm.
That is going to be for a reason. Momo and Piari, because Momo is connected to Denisha and Piari is connected
Mhm.
to Anthony. And
Mhm.
somewhere along the line, information is going to be given.
Mhm.
Information is going to be given. Some information that we are going to be shocked to hear.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
trust me, Amber just need to sit back, relax, and just have a red stripe.
Exactly.
Just have a red stripe.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
have
I
a
love
red
that.
stripe, Amber.
Just
Just sit back, relax,
Yes.
and have a cold red stripe.
But do you think
She
she
should
should
not
go back to the
black
house? Do
cereal.
you both think she should go back to the house, Amber?
If she wants to, she can. She can
Yeah,
go back to the.
that's her home.
She said to, and sometimes people drop nuggets, and she said to Danielle that if she didn't have anywhere else, if she didn't have Dave's house to go, she would have gone back to her home.
I'd love her to go back to the
Yeah,
house
she
though.
said that.
Trapstar says Amber can have Trapstar says Amber can have Denisha and her son thrown out if she wanted to
Of
make it make
course.
sense.
That's
Yeah,
her home.
yeah.
That's her
Okay.
home. She
You
can't do
know who
anything.
is it? I'm looking at the Daniel and Ben and Darren and Lisa, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure Amber's going to get blamed for that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, she is
Yes.
going to
Oh
get
yeah.
Amber,
Yeah.
blamed for that.
Amber is going to get blamed for that because
Mhm.
Ben start
Ben
blaming
already
Amber
blame her.
already.
Oh
Ben
yeah.
start blaming Amber when he was in Florida, and Darren is going to blame Amber again.
Oh yeah.
Or
Amber
maybe
ain't got.
he'll blame Dominique. I wonder if he'll blame Dominique
I
because
can't wait to see.
she and Amber were not friends.
Mm,
Apart from the opening of the restaurant that
Yeah,
they
so I
had
think
maybe
he'll be, yeah,
met
maybe
one
Dominic
time.
and
I
Amber,
wonder if
yeah,
he's going to blame Dominique because he did not
maybe.
like Dominique at the beginning and then
mm,
he grew to warm up. So
to
I
her.
wonder if
Yeah,
he's going to blame Dominique for that.
It'll be
yeah.
good. Oh yeah, Andrea's just said, well, Angelina better be careful because Brody's new girlfriend is going to fit her. Okay. I
No.
don't
Bro,
know.
the
I
new
don't. I don't.
girlfriend is afraid of Angelina because she know Angelina, all of Angelina dirty ways. She used to work with Angelina. That girl used to work with Angelina. And
Mhm.
when she got pregnant, she ran away because she did not
Mm.
even know. She don't want Angelina to know because she know Angelina will come with the smoke. So no, bro, the
Maybe
new
Angelina
girlfriend
doesn't
is
fear
not going
off
to
like
do
how she tried to fear
anything.
off Pam.
Bro, the new
Mm.
girlfriend not going to do anything to Angelina. That girl worked with Angelina for a long time. And she
Maybe
know and she
Angelina knows about the pregnancy.
Angelina doesn't know
I
about the
don't think she
pregnancy because
does.
Maybe
Angelina
she
and her had
knows
lunch
because
the other day.
she
No,
tried
no,
to fear
no.
off Pam.
Angelina had lunch with her the other day. Angelina
Mm.
does not even know she was sleeping with Brody
Okay.
because she told Angelina she left because of her mom. Her mom was sick. And
Oh,
Angelina was saying, so why she not going to
okay.
tell
I'm
me?
gonna watch this skit so I know
Yes,
what
she
I'm
told
talking about.
Angelina that her mom was sick and that's why she left. And Angelina, and she said her mom is feeling much better now and
Mm.
whatever. So she
Hmm.
knows Angelina. And trust me, I don't think that girl want the smoke from Angelina because she know
Mm.
Angelina is evil. We all know
Mm.
Angelina
Oh
is
yeah,
evil.
she's
And even
beyond.
if Angelina's stuff backfire, she always managed to get a punch in before
Definitely.
thing
Yeah.
backfire. That
Yeah.
is Angelina. She always managed to get a punch in.
Sure.
Sharon,
For
Sharon,
sure.
what was the poll saying? What was the
What
result
was
with
the
the?
poll? Let me
What
see.
was the result?
It was 57 Denisha. Right?
Okay, cool.
Because I would blame Denisha. Denisha took her child into a married man home, into a
Hmm.
matrimonial home. All right. So I guess somebody read So Shirley says Anthony is using everyone in his little game. He knows exactly what he's doing, and everyone is collateral damage. And you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
And he is playing checkers. Meantime, Amber is playing chess, I guess. And Traps
Anthony
tries to
not play no
that's
chess.
Mm-mm.
Anthony
and
play checkers. Amber not play no chess because if
so
Amber was
Amber
playing
and,
chess,
and Anthony playing checkers, and
two of them are
Denisha
playing
and
checkers.
Dave is playing
Both
Yeah.
of
chess.
them playing checkers.
And
Yep.
Both of them playing checkers. All
Yep.
and the only thing.
wait now, Charmaine
Mm-hmm.
Walla, Sheila. So you're telling me, you are telling me, Charmaine, that Dave and Denisha is playing chess and Anthony and Amber playing
Amber playing
checkers.
checkers, of
All
course.
right,
Mm-hmm.
get
For
that
them playing
clear.
checkers. Because if Amber was playing checkers, Amber would be way ahead of the game right now. And you know something? And the other day, people were questioning why Amber is friends with Sheila again.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And this morning, something came to me.
Yes, we talk
Because a
about
lot of
that.
people is saying that Amber only get divorced from ask for divorce because of Dave. Amber
Mm.
had it in mind already to ask for
Mm-hmm.
divorce from she spoke with
Yeah, get
Keisha
her
at the
ice cream.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Remember when Amber spoke with Keisha? Because remember, Sheila used to go to the restaurant and she used to not be friends with Sheila. She used to avoid Sheila. They would talk, but it was just cordial. And then after she spoke to Keisha, and then after all the perfume and the everything, she started getting close to Sheila. And I'm thinking she had it in mind already to want the divorce, but Dave was the catalyst who
Mm-hmm.
propelled her to get the divorce. But I think she was getting close to Shayla. Some people speculate because she wants to confirm date of whatever Kai conception. I don't think that. I think Amber was getting close to Shayla because Amber wanted Shayla. She wanted to regain Shayla loyalty. So in the
Yeah, really.
event she could get Shayla to testify for her
Mm-hmm.
in the event of the divorce. But I think Anthony played that game
Yeah, you
and
did.
was trying to drive a wedge between Shayla and Amber. Till you remember
Mm.
the last time when he went there and he was saying to protect him on, not the last time when he said to protect him on the podcast. And then he said, why you want to be on the podcast with Amber? And then he was saying, if I was supposed to giving you 20,000, remember you'd only be getting 10. And he was doing all of that to drive that wedge because he wants to get Shayla loyalty and not Amber,
Mm.
and not and for to go against Amber. And the last time he told her about when he was in the kitchen, he said, when Shayla said to Amber, you don't deserve that 50% because what Anthony told her the day before
Mm-hmm.
about Kai inheritance. That's all you need to think about is Kai inheritance. Don't think about
Mm.
anything else. Because if Amber took that 50%, Kai inheritance will be short and whatever. So all this time, Anthony is trying to get Shayla's loyalty because he does not want Shayla to go up against him to testify.
Mm.
If because you know if Shayla and Amber be chum friends again, she might testify against Anthony in a divorce case. But Anthony does not want that because Shayla know guys, come on. Shayla and Anthony are together for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. From the
Yeah.
January, no, not full two, January to from
It's about a
January to
year,
December
18
when they were
months.
that's 1.5 year.
Yeah, 18
They were
months.
together for 1.5 year, 18 months. And
Mm-hmm.
in that time, Shayla know a lot of stuff about Anthony, businesses, all of that. Because Anthony used to do talk a
Pillow
lot
talk.
in the apartment.
Yeah.
And he was talking to Shayla as well. He was telling Shayla all sort of stuff. So Shayla knows stuff that would help Amber in a divorce case, and Anthony does not want that to happen.
Well, I can't wait to see how this pans out. But I'm telling
Mhm.
you, it is not going to be pretty for no one. They're all gonna come unstuck, you know.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Dave. Now I think because you know how Amber and Anthony work. So there now should be some sort of issue with Dave's daughter with Amber coming up, because if they're working on the mirroring effect of Anthony and Amber, so I'm looking forward to see what happens with Dave's daughter and Amber coming up pretty soon. That's just my theory.
I don't know. I think Dave daughter know what's her name, Shea Butter, because
Mm-hmm.
remember Shea Butter was somebody who grew up with Dave
Mm,
and Dave's sister.
Mm-hmm.
So they
yeah,
grew up as kids. So I think whatever Amber, whatever Nina and Mia or whatever Dave daughter
Nia.
name might had a relationship with Shea Butter. And I
Mm-hmm.
can bet you if Shea Butter comes to Atlanta, Amber is going to see a different side of Mia, because I
Mm-hmm.
think, because look at the sister. The sisters still have a relationship with Mia. They are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
are
you mean
best friends.
Shaya, the best
Sorry,
friends. Yeah.
what's her name? What's their sister name?
Um,
Charity.
Charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Charity and Shea Butter are still best friends.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
go to each other's house, they have dinner, they have lunch. So I am thinking that if Shea Butter is doing this business with Dave and should even come to Atlanta or anything, and Mia is still there, Amber is going to see a different side of Mia, because Shea
Mm-hmm.
Butter and Mia might have a very good relationship. The fact that her dad grew up with Shea Butter, they have been
Yeah.
friends, the whole
Mm-hmm.
family knows Shea Butter.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that Mia knows Shea Butter as well, and she's
Mm-hmm.
an
Yeah.
ex. So
And
that
then
would be the dynamics that I would want to see. Shea
Mm-hmm.
Butter come in and Mia and Shea Butter hanging out and
Naya.
keying and all that, and see how Amber would deal with that.
Yeah, and then she'll find out that her dad's dating a married woman.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
because guess me what? Shea
Mm-hmm.
Butter would ask her how
Oh
she
yeah.
feel about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Anna Jones says Amber just doesn't want Shayla to be with Anthony because that she would have won. Yeah, okay, I remember her saying something like that. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, Miss Denisha, you brought this all on yourself. So whatever happened, it's on your chopping board. I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that. You brought it all on yourself. So whatever's gonna happen, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Definitely.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Denisha is. I don't think Denisha even likes Anthony that much. Have
No,
you
she
ever?
doesn't.
She
She
never have
doesn't.
a pleased expression on her face.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
doesn't.
yesterday when she was, something again, and I'm peeping Anthony today. We
Mhm.
know Anthony's big on ego and big on image.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Anthony is big on image. And if Anthony goes out there and somebody says anything regarding Denisha being a stripper or working,
Mhm.
whatever, or
Yeah.
they know her scamming people or anything in her past that is negative, and somebody
Mm.
would mention it and Anthony should hear, it's going to bother him.
Oh yeah.
Even
It's
if
all
he
about the
told her
image.
yesterday that it's in your past.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, Wayne and Dave was in Wayne and Amber was in their past, way in their past.
Mhm.
And it still bothers him up to this day.
Yeah.
So I don't know when he's telling this girl, yeah, because he still wants her to cook for him, he still wants her to clean for him, and then whatever happen after that. But I don't know if he will ever marry her, should he get
No,
this divorce, if
I
he will
don't.
ever marry her, because I know for a fact that this man has a huge ego, and he
Mhm.
has a big thing to do with image. And
Oh
if
yeah.
all his friends around him start to talk about his girl or his wife is a stripper or whatever, and some dark things come out in her past, he's not
Mhm.
going to want, he cannot deal with that, because that's how Anthony's made up. He will not be able to deal with that, because he's going to be throwing it in her face every chance he gets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think someone's mentioned Sharma is mentioned right now. Ben and Darren will be messed up at this point. Anthony will lose that money soon. Yeah, because I think they will take out their frustrations out on Anthony. They'll say it was his thought to do with Amber, why they're both in their situations with their marriages or lack of, but people don't want, again, people don't want to take accountability. Ben doesn't want to take accountability for what he's done in his marriage. Darren as well. And yeah, they will blame
Darren
Anthony.
didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, but I think also with the way he treats his
Yeah,
what is
but
her
I
name?
think he treats her as a more like a
Pedestal, put her in a
submissive,
pedestal.
and that is okay. Danielle was the one who was behaving like that, like she was the submissive wife. Anything that Darren wants, she'll do it. When she started getting with Mike, that was when everything starts. She started to see Darren in a different light.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that's what also happened with Amber and Dave, because when Amber see Dave that first time, and after that first and second meeting, she realized that Dave started even pouring into her at those two first
Mm-hmm.
meetings. He was starting to pour into her. He started encouraging her about her business and what he's going to do for her business, and people are going to be this, and those are the things that Amber love to hear. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
was what propelled her to ask Anthony for that divorce. So
Well,
they
let's
they they
see.
they are like that, and that is the same thing that happened to Lisa. Once Lisa started
Mm-hmm.
talking, remember before Lisa and Mike cross the line, they were talking. Mike was coming to the her Pilates class, and he was pouring into her. He was telling her how great she was and all of that. And I think these women live to hear man pour into them. I mean, I don't need any man to pour into me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm confident within
Confident.
myself.
Exactly.
So I don't need
Exactly.
my husband to get up in the morning to tell me, oh,
Oh.
babe, you are this or oh. No, I know what
Mm-hmm.
I am, and I know who I am. I
Yeah.
don't need a man to tell me who I am. It's good
Mm-hmm.
to hear your man said, oh, I love you, or you're looking beautiful today, or I like that dress on you, or something. Yes, that's a compliment. Every
Mm-hmm.
woman likes a man to compliment them. But I don't need a man to tell me that I am his queen, because I know I'm a queen within myself. You don't have to tell me
Mm-hmm.
that I'm a queen, because I know I'm a queen.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I
Yeah.
know my worth.
Excellent.
I know
Excellent,
my worth.
Charmaine and Annie.
I know my worth. So you don't have to tell me my worth. And somebody saying, oh, Denisha make Anthony feel like 7 feet tall. He does. If he makes a woman have to make him feel like 7 feet tall, something
There's
is wrong with him.
something with him. Oh yeah, very.
Something
Definitely.
is actually wrong with him, because
Mm-hmm.
no man let me, you're my peace. No, I'm my own peace.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I can create my own peace around me. I come home from
Mm-hmm.
work and I don't even want to hear people talk to me. I'm straight upstairs, get ready to go to my bed, sleep for 2 hours, and then I'm good. I create
Mm-hmm.
my own peace. I listen to music. I read my book. I create my own peace. I don't need anybody to tell me that
Mm-hmm.
for me to tell them that they're my peace. I don't need anybody to make me be happy, because I
Exactly.
create me being happy. I go to work and sometimes people ask me, oh my God, you're in such a good mood. Yeah, because I wake up in that mood and I'm not letting none of you disturb my peace of mind today. I
Exactly.
mean, there are days when, things happen, your delivery comes late and things come and you didn't order it, and you have to find a way to get rid. All of that will cause you to take a step back,
Mm-hmm.
breathe, and then you attack again. But I don't need no man to tell me who I am or what I'm all about. No, I can do that for myself. And
Okay.
if you have to depend on a man to tell you that,
Then you've got
you're not the
issues.
person that you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Samantha said, well, Sanita said Anthony needs a brain. Thank you, Sanita. Oh my gosh, I hear
Okay,
you.
guys. Thank you, guys. Can you guys please hit the like
Yeah.
button?
Okay, let me answer Sabrina.
So,
Let me answer
hold on,
Sabrina.
Charmaine. One moment. One moment. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. We need to get the likes up. We are dropping some nuggets there. We're calling a spade a spade. Charmaine is doing an excellent job. We need you
Mm-hmm.
guys to hit the like button, please, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever is in the bushes, please come out from out of the bushes and hit the like button. Just double check to see if you hit the like button. If you haven't done so, please do so. We have 36 likes so far. So congrats to the 36 people who have already hit the like. I was asking
Can,
that. You need to
can
hit the
I answer Sabrina? She
Yes, you can answer Sabrina,
I
and then
hear
I'll
you, Charmin,
continue
but
from
some
there.
occasional words of encouragement make you feel good, and that's what I'm saying. Somebody give you a compliment. That is occasional word.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Encouragement, saying yes, you're doing a good job, make you feel good. But what I'm actually saying, I'm not saying I know my worth.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has to tell me that
Mm-hmm.
I'm a queen, because I know I'm a queen.
Yeah.
Nobody has to tell me. I know I'm doing a good job. And when somebody tell me you're doing a good job, I say thank you very much. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't have to say, oh, I know I'm doing a good job. I know within
Mm-hmm.
myself that I'm doing a good job. Somebody said you're doing a good job, and I say
Yeah.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Because yes, and it
Exactly.
Exactly.
makes you know that somebody appreciate you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody appreciating you and showing your appreciation, because I do that for my girls all the time. Every birthday, I make sure I bring in cake, I order whatever pizza, I'll do a lunch every one of them birthday. I make sure I show my appreciation because they work hard. They're making me look good. So therefore,
Mm.
I show my appreciation where they are concerned. But I am not
Yes.
going to make anybody make me think that I'm less than, because I know my worth. And that's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
well
you,
not
said.
letting
Sherman. You
anybody
can read
think
this one.
I'm not
Thank you.
confident in what I'm doing, because I know
Mm-hmm.
my worth. I know I'm a queen. There's this little girl who comes into into the cafeteria every day. And if I'm on the register, because sometimes I'm short staff and I might be on the register, and she would say to me, "Hey, queen," and I'd say, "Hey, princess," and we would just laugh. So it becomes a running joke. Every time she
Mm-hmm.
comes into the cafeteria and she don't see me, she'll ask one of the girls, "Where's the queen?" And they'll call me and I'll go out and say, "Hey, princess, how are you today?" Because yes, somebody recognize your worth. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that
Yes,
you're not making
definitely.
it, but you must
Yeah,
within yourself that
most
you're
Thank
a
you,
queen.
definitely.
Charmaine. Well said.
Yeah,
Well
you
said. Can
really.
I take this comment here?
Yeah.
So Money Law says most men who are willing to pour into a woman emotionally aren't really willing to deal with that woman and everything she comes with. They only want a piece of that woman, not her as a whole. And he is
Mm.
absolutely right.
Exactly.
Well said, money law.
Exactly.
Well
Hmm.
said.
But you gotta know your worth, and
You have to.
I'm in agreement with Charmaine. No one should
I am
sort of
too.
like vilify you. You must know how you are as a person, whether you're a
Mhm.
man, male, female, or indifferent. You know what I mean? So you have to understand and know your own confidence. And it's not being arrogant, but you also have to appreciate and value yourself. You don't need nobody to constantly be telling, "Oh yeah, you're this, you're that." No, you got to say, "Well, this is who I am. Accept me, and I will continue to support others along the way." So I think it's important to have that confidence and be grateful, and you learn by all your mistakes, and you learn by the good, the bad, and the indifferent as well.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much for that. Annette and Misty say, Sharon, you look good in red. Oh, thank you. It's burgundy. Thank you, Misty. And then Money Law says, it's easy to tell a woman what she wants to hear and give her everything she isn't getting at home. But when they have to deal with that woman on a daily basis, they don't want them anymore. Exactly.
Exactly.
Well said.
Hmm.
Well said.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Yep.
that is something that will crush their spirit. If that woman is dependent on a man to build her
Mm-hmm.
up every day, and
Mm-hmm.
if, when that man is not telling them every again, that
Mm-hmm.
person's spirit is crushed. And that's
True.
what I'm saying. I don't need a man to tell me that I'm a queen, because I
Mm-hmm.
walk like a queen, I
Most
talk like a queen, I dress like a queen,
Mm-hmm.
I behave like a queen, because I know my worth. You don't need to
Exactly.
tell me anything that I don't know.
Mm.
That's all
Yes.
I'm
Absolutely
saying.
right.
That's all I'm saying. And a man, if you are that confident in yourself, a man cannot let you feel less than. It doesn't matter what he does. You
Mm-hmm.
will never feel less than if you are confident within
You're right.
yourself. I used to live alone for years. From years, I used to live by myself. I own my own apartment. I used to live by myself from 93 until maybe about 96. And I never need anybody to tell me that I used to pay all my bills. I was doing everything for myself. I didn't need anybody. And I was glad I was in that position that I did not actually need a man to make me believe that I am me. It was always me. So I don't know why these women and Skitland believe they need a man to tell them who they are and what their value is and all that. No, you don't.
Well,
I tell you
yeah.
something. If you
Mm,
behave that way, you
mm-mm.
find a man that will want to be with you because of the way you're confident. They want this confident woman.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
Mm.
need this clinging, needy woman to be close
No,
to them.
Oh
And
God.
maybe
that's what
that's
I
what
was saying.
and that's what Denisha is showing Anthony, that she is that confident woman. She don't need
Yeah,
anybody to whatever. And maybe
Mm.
that's what was attractive to Anthony in the beginning with Amber.
Amber,
But
yeah.
along the line, I think after Anthony discovered Amber and Dave, not Dave, after
Wayne.
Wayne.
Wayne, and then because of the way he started treating her, she started to lose her value.
Confident.
She started to
Mm.
feel less than. And that's
Yeah.
where she lost her self-confidence and all.
Mm-hmm.
So she constantly need reassurance. She constantly
Okay.
need somebody to pour into her, to build her up.
Yes.
Yeah. I
She,
got another question for you, Sharon. Sorry, Shayna.
no
Charmaine.
problem.
Plus, I
Um,
also need to read the comments too, guys.
I
We
was
can,
gonna say Lydia said,
yeah,
unfortunately, Wayne seemingly creates the females to have low self-esteem. And yeah, I think you're right. That's what Wayne constantly does. He doesn't big up the women enough on Skitland. Yeah,
exactly.
he needs to put
One
up
more
more
thing I
effort.
have to add to that too. Money, Marian, I need you to explain on that because you says that money law. I don't agree with that in my opinion, but okay,
Mm,
so explain on this statement because what money law says here, I don't find nothing wrong with it. Even the previous conversation
mm,
comment that he made, it was right on point, and he's absolutely right. So at the end of the day, it is correct in my opinion what he's saying. Thank you for your statement, Manila. All right.
mhm,
So Sanita says Anthony needs someone to say this to him because when I am and Amber as an argument, he run to Shayla and she tells him the man and he is going and him a king.
mm,
Ooh,
mm.
Sanita, Amber tells Anthony that he's a king.
All the time. She
And
did.
a lot of people seems to forget that. They only
Yeah.
remember, you know, I realized a lot of people absent-minded. They
Hmm.
believe what they want. Anyway, me leave it at. No, I'm not leaving it alone.
No, say it,
When
Sharon.
it
Talk
comes
the
on,
truth.
when I'm calling a spade, that's it. When it comes on to Anthony,
Hmm.
people only see what they wants to see. We understand he's a dog, he's many things, what he's a clown, he's all of those things. He treats his wife bad, yes. But at the end of the day, he loves his wife Amber and Amber was pouring into him. Amber told him he's a king. He shouldn't be letting his baby mother just run around in the house gallivanting like that. He should set boundaries. You understand? Even the last one, she said that it just went over his head. So we're
Yeah.
just calling a spade a spade. But all I know that Senita, a lot of people see Amber is doing wrong, and you guys are absolutely applauding her and Dave in that simple situation. Only Dave, mother, and
Hmm.
and Charmaine and Annette and a part of
Hmm.
you and Suzette in the chat there
Hmm.
says she should have waited, and even down to O'Neill TV should have
Hmm.
waited until the ink is dry before she crossed the line with Dave. So come on now, we're calling
Hmm.
a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Denisha is behaving like says she's the boss of that house. Yes, Amber dropped the ball by leaving her home to Anthony and Denisha. That is
Yep.
Amber's home, and
Yep.
Amber is over by Dave being
Hmm.
playing what you call
Playing
it?
wife, playing wifey.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
playing wife over there. Not even wife. She's just enjoying Dave. That's what I can say.
She
She's
playing wife.
I
She
think she's
playing
doing
wife.
wife.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay
She
then.
playing
She's
wife and
wife.
Denisha playing wife. So
Yeah.
And
both of
she
them have
likes to
people playing wife
complain
and
about
husband.
Anthony, and she be in she don't she have low excess self esteem. She don't behave like she's confident. And if we called her out for those things, I get you guys come at me really hard. But I'm speaking on what I'm seeing. I'm speaking on
Mm,
what the character is doing. And today now, this
mm,
morning, she was saying the right thing to Danielle. But
Mm-hmm.
is she taking a page out of her book?
No, she's
No,
not.
she's not. She isn't. She's just talking the talk. Yeah.
Was she not walking the walk?
No.
Yeah, she's certainly not doing that, you know. Sharon, I wanted to ask a question and I'm going to be heading out. So I
Okay.
wanted to ask, okay, kind of again, one of these questions, I think I know the answer. Which relationship had the worst impact on Anthony? Is it Wayne or Dave?
Both.
No, I'm going to say only
Which
two
relationship have the worst impact on
made the
Anthony?
worst impact on Anthony.
I think both have made impact on Anthony in different ways.
Okay. All right.
Because when he
And
learned when he
who am I? So what names am I putting in the poll?
No, I'm asking you in the chat, and Charmaine's just about gonna
I was
answer.
gonna poll it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I just want to explain why I said that both they in
Mm-hmm.
different ways. When he found out about Wayne, the fact that he had a business relationship with Wayne also impact him negatively because he has not addressed Wayne, and I think until he does address Wayne, because he goes to Wayne for anything, he has not never sit and address this with Wayne because Wayne was also part of the problem. And I
Mm,
don't think he saw that fit, that Wayne
mm,
was part of that problem. He blames
okay.
Amber for everything and he never blames Wayne.
Wayne. Yep.
So that impacted him negatively because of the fact that he was engaged to Amber. He knew
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Amber and Wayne had a relationship prior. So
mm,
this was not something that was new. He knew that that had happened. But Wayne being his business partner and somewhat is less than friend because they were not as friendly as they are now. And but I think the day he addressed Wayne, he's going to feel different about the entire thing, but he keeps addressing Amber.
okay.
And that was negative. Regarding Dave, the fact that before all his friends, before Wayne, Ben, and whoever else was there, Amber chose Dave. That's what has actually impacted him. Because if Amber did not move that night and just stood there and Anthony walk away and not said anything, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think you'd feel that badly. But the fact that Amber chose Dave and walk away with Dave, that I mean, that would uh, that would hurt you to your core to see the woman that you claim to love because he said he loved her, the woman that you marry without a prenup because you thought it was going to be forever, and that woman walk away with another man. That would hurt you to
Mm-hmm.
your core. So I think they both impact him differently, but they
Okay.
both impact him really negatively.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, yeah. So, well, you can do that. So you could say Anthony. Sorry, Wayne, Dave, or both. Sharon.
I
Okay. I'm
already
gonna.
did. So
Okay.
the
Lovely.
poll is 71% says both.
Okay. All right, everyone. I'm going to be heading off because it's like nearly 12 o'clock in London. Take care,
Oh,
everyone. Great
Okay,
show.
have a good
Take
night.
care. Bye, Sharon. Bye, Charmaine.
Bye,
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 Denise.
Kat.
bye,
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 Ernest.
Mods.
Justin. Bye.
Take
Bye,
care. All the
Ernest.
best. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye bye. Thank you for being here. So let me take some comments here, Sham, before we jump back in. So Era is saying anything that is happened to Ben and Darren is not Anthony's fault. He's also having his own problem. Exactly, Era. I know something. I think it would be illegal for Ben and Darren to take Anthony money. My
No,
opinion.
it would not be illegal because he's doing something illegal. Anthony is doing something illegal by hiding money. The only
Okay.
thing it would impact Darren negatively if it gets out that he does that because he's a businessman. But I don't think Anthony even know where half of his money is because
Hmm.
he has the accounts and all that. But Darren was the one who hid the money. He was the one who moved in the money and all that. So I don't know the ins and outs of, but I know it would impact Darren negatively if words get out that he did something like that. But the
Okay.
fact that Anthony might not know about where his money is, it would be easy to actually do something.
I'm going to say that they won't do anything. That's my opinion. So let me take some more comments. So Suzette at Moneylaw says, wait until they see the real Amber. Exactly.
Manila
Let's.
want to come up. Manila want to come up.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
put it in there.
Mm,
So you can put the thing in there. Let
yeah,
Manila.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat. All right, Moneyla, the link is there for you. All right. So Marianne says here, I think Anthony think he has a little bit of Shayla and Amber Indonesia. Maybe. Eros says, Suzette, you are right. Amber is pretending with Dave. She just a Dave is seen. I think Dave have seen her at her lowest because she tells him everything, and he also see her at her when she is. I answer.
Yeah,
How are you?
Manila.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? Could you hear me?
Good.
Yes, we could hear you.
Can hear
What
you
we talking about? What we talking about now? You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about everything.
We're talking about
Okay,
everything that dropped today.
okay. So, as far as what I was putting in the chat, right? What I was saying is, as the guy who's coming in as the new guy, right? It's easy for him
Exactly.
because I don't want to make this about Amber and Dave. I don't, but I'm
Mm-mm.
going to just use them as an example. So
Exactly.
when Amber and Dave first got together, they spent a lot of time talking about what Anthony wasn't doing. So it was
Yeah.
easy for Dave to give her the 20, 30, 40% that Anthony wasn't giving. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yes.
So that's what made it easy for him to just swoop in and do everything that he felt like that Anthony wasn't doing. But when he has to take on Amber as a package deal, as far as her being emotionally unbalanced, by her being jealous of other women, by her trying
Mm-hmm.
to dictate his pace with who he's going to do business with, it's going to be hard for him to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we'll see in due time, but me as a man from experience, it's easy to come in as the new guy. It's easy to come in as the side guy when you're just specifically playing that role as the side guy. But when you have to play the whole role as being her man, her protector, her provider, her shoulder, it becomes too much to deal with for some
Exactly.
guys. And that's when you're gonna see their true colors. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we'll
Manila.
see in due time. You know what I'm saying? We'll see in due
Yeah.
time. But as
M-
far as Anthony, what he did this morning, as far as taking the son over there, it was stupid. He should have left the boy in the car. You know what I'm saying? But
mhm.
I feel like with Anthony right now, his vision is blurred because I feel like instead of him focusing on his healing, he's trying to appease too many different women. You know,
Yes.
Exactly.
so he's still trying to play the role of being in Kai's life as much as he can. He's trying to play a role in Big Kai's life because he know his father isn't there.
Hmm.
So he's trying to make Kai comfortable around him. So he's like, come to my baby mama house with me and all this and there. But he shouldn't have did that. He should have just let him sit in the car with him. You know what I'm saying? And as far as getting Kai his own room, I understand that Kai's only one, but he should be building Kai his own room right now. Like, don't give people ammunition to make you look like a bad father. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because with all your actions, it's good to say Anthony is this and Anthony is that. But
Exactly.
in my opinion, when Anthony first came in, he had good qualities. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And once a guy finds out that his woman, who he put at a certain standard,
Yes.
is doing things that other women are doing, that will make him flip and go about things
Exactly.
a different way. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was messing with Shayla before that, which was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But he originally was a good guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But after Amber, after Shayla, then Piari had the fact that she had a baby or was going to have a baby, that'll make a guy click and turn into a whole nother person. And I feel like it was a question where you guys were saying who had the bigger impact on him, Wayne or Dave. And I feel like it's kind of even because
Yeah,
with
both. Yeah.
with Wayne, he was doing business with Wayne, but they were always in secret competition with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was one of the reasons he probably got with Roe in the first place. That was one of the reasons he probably
Got
got with
with
Amber in the
Amber,
first
yes.
place. So to think you're winning the prize and this woman is being your wife, and to find out the guy that you're in competition with is still hitting her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would do something to you. You know what I'm saying? That'll make you say, you know what, I'm gonna keep sleeping with Shayla. Ha ha, I'm getting back at you behind your back by sleeping with your best friend. It's all
Manila,
wrong at the end of the day.
Manila, I totally agree. You see, I
Everything you
understand
said, I
you.
agree.
I understand and Anila also because I don't understand why women. We have a lot of women in the chat, and I don't understand or they don't get it. I don't know if it's because I've been around other people that experiencing stuff, but I the same thought that you have, I have. And when I would say the same thing that you're saying, they're coming at me like says we are horrible, we're coming too hard and Amber. But the man, you're right. Everything you hit the nail right. Wait there, Manila. Let me just give you a round of applause. You hit the nail right. You hit the nail right. Because I am saying the same thing, and Charmaine, we both are saying the same thing. Of course, the man is in a competition with Wade, and he finds out that his wife that he put up on a pedestal, Wayne was having her back and front and all kind of way. She grabbing the sheets and those things. And people
Sharon,
are
we
making
got
like
it.
said that wouldn't give mess him up in the head.
Of
Although
Yeah,
course.
he was messing with Shayla. No, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
they
but he
have to
did not count
understand the
Shayla. Shayla
magnitude of
was
what that man experienced too, right? But
Shayla
they're
was
yeah,
saying
just
like say
something.
only him was wrong.
Yeah, Shayla was just something. And I remember what I told you guys.
Mm-hmm,
My first car that I got was a Toyota Camry back in
mm-hmm.
Jamaica. And that car, I mean, it was not that I was
I
worshiping that
hope my
car, but
Lord
my
didn't get
husband
that
had a
far.
garage then. And
Mm-hmm.
believe me, every evening I'm going home from work, I stop at his garage to get that car washed. Wheels shine, everything. My car was crisp, my Toyota Camry, crisp. And the minute it got into an accident, I did not care about it anymore because it was
Mm-hmm.
no longer the thing that I thought. It was damage. And that is how Anthony was looking at Amber. He put her on a
Exactly.
pedestal, he loved her. But the minute he found out about Wayne,
Wayne.
he felt like Amber was damaged goods. He did not put her on that pedestal
Exactly. That's
anymore.
why I
And
started treating her like crap.
even though he was messing with Shayla, but he was
Mm-hmm.
still thinking that his wife was better than Shayla.
Than Shayla.
He
Exactly.
was
Better
still
than
thinking
him.
that his wife was on this pedestal that Shayla
Yeah.
could not touch. And the minute he found out that, oh, Wayne had her
He's
even
just
up
the
to the
same.
day of the wedding, then he started to regard her like it's the same. Shayla and Amber is the same thing. So he
Exactly.
can mess with both of them. He didn't care. And that
yeah.
was
Could
what
you hear me?
happened. That man was
Yeah, we can hear
bruised.
you. We
His
can
ego
hear
was
you.
bruised. And then it was Wayne, his competition. Oh my God.
I know. And now there is Dave. I know, Manila, for him to see Amber come out with that man and hug that man and look him right in the eye was too much. And nobody and the people, some of our people here is applauding Amber for doing what she did to him. That was devastating. It's one thing to hear somebody says she's cheating, but it's to actually seen it with his own eye. And then when he plead his heart to her and she walk away with him, that is a total different thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So of
Yeah,
course
yeah.
the man snap and lost. Right now he's not thinking clearly. He has lost. He's gone. He is doing the
It,
most.
yeah.
He's
So
not
and
in his
then
right mind. He's not in his right mind, and I can tell you that. He's not in
We're
his
not
right
we're
mind.
not taking up for him, but we're just understanding the situation because that is a very traumatic experience, to actually see this woman who cheated on you while you were in your engagement, and then bam, she's doing it again while you're
And
married.
walking away from you with another
Yeah,
man.
and he pleaded his case to her and thought that she would choose him, and she didn't choose him.
I'm
When
not
he
even
says,
talking.
"I actually love you," if she had walked away with him that night, Anthony would have gone this. You know
Listen,
what I mean?
I'm not
But
even talking
Amber,
about choosing him. I'm not even talking about doing anything. If Amber just stood there and did not say anything to Anthony and did not say anything to
She should
Dave,
not
but she
come out of
just
the room.
stood
She should
there
not
and
have let
does
him see her.
nothing,
She
and
should not have
they both
walked out
walk
with
away and
Dave.
leave her standing there, Anthony would not feel that way. But the fact that she turned around, took Dave's hand, and they both walk away, that's what messed Anthony head up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Could you guys still hear me? My AirPods went out.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. But what I was gonna say is, so around the time Amber started messing with Dave, Anthony was doing little petty stuff like giving Shayla the $5,000.
Yeah.
He went around Delicia and had
Flirting
her
with
perfume
Delicia.
on him and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But in a way, we do have to admit, around that time, he was trying to right his wrongs. You know, he took the bar
Yeah.
44 from her, so he ended up trying to. He bought her that restaurant, even though he wasn't really there trying to help her with the restaurant. He did try to make a move by buying the restaurant. So in the time when he was trying to replenish himself and to find out she's with another man, in the time where he's trying to rebuild and become the man that she wanted him to be, that is
Yeah.
crushing too. That's why I feel like it is kind of even.
Yeah, they're even.
I'm not making excuses from Anthony for Anthony, but coming from a man's perspective, that will turn you sour in a way after
Yeah,
you
it's
put your
true.
woman on a pedestal. Because before she started messing with Dave, I think Anthony just found this so far fetched that Amber will actually step out on him with somebody else because she became a praying woman and was telling Anthony how she will never stoop down to his level.
True.
So I believe that he probably did feel like she probably had a guy who she probably was talking to on the side, not a guy who she was building the whole relationship with.
I know.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And a lot of
Mhm.
people are blaming it on Dave for why Amber did the divorce. But Amber was actually talking about divorce before that. But that was around the time when she felt like she couldn't do any better than Anthony. But
Yes,
when
it's
she
true.
seen that she can get bigger and better, as she
Yes.
say, that's when she said, you know what? I'm through. So I feel
Dangerous
like
fish in the
Amber
sea.
been wanting to leave that relationship, but she just needed that push.
Push,
And
yeah.
Dave
And
was
Dave
that
was
push
that
for her.
push.
And that's what I said. I said
Hmm.
Amber was contemplating that divorce from the time she found out about that $5,000, the
Yeah, she
perfume,
was. I said it too.
all of that. And then when she spoke with Keisha, because Keisha was the one who was telling her, you need to leave Anthony because you're not happy. And you remember when Brittany's father went to the restaurant and Mr. Israel, and he asked her, are you happy? And it took her a
Mm.
while to say, as happy as I can be. That was also a red flag, because if you are happy, because he was talking about going, Brittany did not, I mean, is upset with her because she went back to Anthony and all of that. And then he said, so are you happy? And she was like, as happy as I can be. And I'm like, that's a red flag. If you can't come out outright and said, oh, I'm so happy, and then you have to wait and think about it to answer that question. So I know from then, Amber was like, and with the fighting with Shauna and Anthony always taking Shauna's side and
Yeah.
all that. So I know
She
she
added
was
up.
thinking
She was
about
fed
it.
up.
She was thinking about it, but when she
Hmm.
saw Dave, that's what pushed her over the edge to actually
Hmm.
ask him for the divorce. It was not any
Yeah,
one thing that caused
it
her to
was
ask for that
everything.
divorce, but Dave was what propelled her to do it.
Yeah, and as a man who's married
But
myself,
he's not making. Hold on there. Hold on there. Money law. T baby,
yeah,
this is for you, money law. T baby says, money law. You are Anthony. Stop making excuse for him. Anthony has never been a good guy.
No, Anthony was a good guy.
he was a good guy at
He
one point.
was. He was until Shayla changed that.
I think we're just judging him off of what he did in these past few years, but he was
Hmm.
at one point. He took
Hmm.
your hand in marriage. Like, come on now, we got to give him some type of credit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but they're not doing that. They're not doing that.
Yeah, but there's a thing. Amber, when Anthony stood up at Rose's wedding,
Mm.
he asked Amber for a divorce.
Yes, he
And
did.
that was admirable because he realized that he's still in love with Rose. And he
Yeah.
said, you know what? I'm just going to ask for a divorce and let the chips fall where they may. Amber was the one who went to Rose's house.
Hmm.
Yeah,
to get her husband.
Mhm.
So Anthony had made up his mind to get a divorce. At that point,
Exactly.
when he realized that he's still in love with Ro, he stood up at Ro's wedding. He left his house and he went to Ro's house. However, and people keep saying he stand up at Ro's wedding. Yes, he did. But he also asked Amber for a divorce. He filed the paperwork. She was served with
Exactly.
divorce paper. So he meant that he loved Ro and he wanted to be with Ro. So he filed for a divorce. Amber was the one who refused to sign and went to get her husband. So whenever time people start saying he stood up at Ro, no, we're not doing that. Because yes, he did that, but he was also going to sever ties with Amber after he did that. Amber was the one who went and demanded him to come back.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah, he was ready to be done. When when he found out about Wayne, then he should also have filed for divorce again, but then he decided to stay. The only reason why he decided to stay was because he was guilty. He was
Yeah.
guilty because he was messing with Shayla at the time. He was guilty only because he was messing with Shayla, and that's why he stayed after the whole Wayne thing.
Exactly.
So when Amber filed for that divorce the first time,
Mhm.
yes, she should have gone through with the divorce.
Yeah.
But she maybe she feel guilty because Anthony filed for a divorce and he did not go through with it. She went and got him. So maybe she was guilty about that. And she was still feeling guilty about Wayne and all of that. That is why she left her door open and she decided for them to reconcile and all that.
Because she thinks there's no more fish in this sea. That's why she stayed with him. And he
Yep.
said it
Remember,
was
She told Brittany that what is she going to do? There's nobody out there, so she preferred to
exactly
stay
until she saw Dave and she
until
see
she
that
saw
there's more
Dave
fish.
and see that she have options. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what she told Danielle this morning. Says there's more fish in the sea. Just like that. So now, as Suzette says there, people keep going over what happened in the past, not the present. Exactly, Suzette. It's like said, the reason why we have to touch on it, because the chat family keep on bringing up what Anthony does. We're talking about since Amber, it would be nice if we can just stick to the present. Like Amber left the door open and she forgave her husband. She forgave Shayla. She accepted Kai. But when she saw Dave, and we just have to call a spade a
Spade a
spade, that's what
spade.
Sharon Review does, and Charmin and Molila, everybody else, we an exception of few of you guys, of course. You and when she saw Dave, she says, "Wow, what a beautiful specimen!" Like Otina and Sanita and Ethlyn, you guys said, "Wow, oh my God,
Yeah.
Dave, let me get that tall chocolate." Ooh,
Remember the
you
next
know me,
morning she was at the ice cream place with what's her name? Stein,
Ernestine.
Ernestine, and she was buying chocolate,
So
ice
we have to call
cream,
a
and
spade a
all that.
spade.
Yeah.
Gotta
He
You
call.
was the
know me, so
catalyst.
let's
He
be
was
fair.
the
Let's
catalyst for
be
that.
fair. And she didn't even wait until the ink was dry to cross the line with Dave. Come on now, guys. She filed for the divorce. She get a legal separation, as her lawyer said, although they forget that when the lawyer was doing Ernestine divorce, she have to file for paperwork. But this time they didn't. They said she's legally separated. But at the end of the day, she is still legally married. So, Manila, would you say Amber dropped the ball by going to live with Dave? Because to me, she's not in her house. If she was going home at night, Anthony wouldn't have the cost to bring Denisha into the home. And people seem, oh no, she don't need to go. Our lawyer still saying that is your home, that's your house. You need to be in your house. But Amber chooses to stay at Dave. And so Anthony told her when he was begging her, says, look here, I'm not going to wait on getting my loving. And that's exactly what he did when he found out about Dave. So what does this, a lot of the people in the chat, if you notice, they're saying Anthony should not have gone to Denisha that night. He should have gone home and pray while his wife was there riding on the swinging from the light post, everything, the chandelier, everything, the banister, everything. Meantime, that man is supposed to just sit there and do nothing. Meantime, his wife is having fun.
You,
So I like your comment on that.
Because with that, like Amber's lawyer gave her an interest. She took a mile. It's like, and then
Exactly.
I'm realizing now is it's easy to judge out as we are watching this. But if you're putting yourself in that person's shoes, it's hard not to move emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, oh, he should have did this. He should have talked to his lawyer, which I feel like he should have been talking to.
He should, definitely.
But it's hard not to be emotional with certain things. It's easy as us as just viewers to say what we would have did or what we wouldn't did. We don't know what we would do unless we're in that situation.
Exactly.
My thing is, Amber wasn't sleeping at that house at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about the nerve it takes to show up in a trench coat.
I know. That is just too much.
And look at this man after you've been swinging from Dave's Vine all night and demand 50% of this man's money. Like, I get it, Amber fans. I get it. Because when I watched the flashbacks of how Anthony was doing Amber, I'm like, woo. You know,
they're even now. They're even.
Yeah, but it's like you got to think about it. Like, and as far as there being a marital home, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's legally a marital home.
Exactly, it is.
Home well over years before he met Amber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, thing as a man, most of the time you have your foundation built and you're going to allow a woman to come into your world. Just like Dave is allowing Amber to come and hit into his world.
Exactly.
So Anthony's looking at it like, well, my wife isn't here. I got this big and look at Anthony's mansion. It's made for a family.
Yeah, you know, it is.
But Anthony he wants a family so bad. I think he's just taking anything. Like,
exactly.
You take a family of squirrels.
Fearlessly.
Anthony, he has good intentions, but his social skills are just flat. Mm-hmm. So him bringing the two Kais around each other, I feel like he has good intentions, but he has to vocalize that better. If you know how Shayla is, why would you show up with this boy at her house? Like,
exactly. Like, he knows that was gonna happen. He wants it to get back to Amber.
Yeah, so it's like, come on, bro, what are your purposes here? And like, even a little smirk he gave, snapped on him. Like, the only sense I was able to make out of that, I was thinking like maybe he's happy that he has Delicia and Delicia can check Shayla the way Iman checked him. Mm-hmm. But even if you're trying to play those tit for tat games, it's not going to work out at the end. Because a lot of people are saying that they feel that Delicia is a gold digger and she's using Anthony. I feel like the only way that switch will come on is if Anthony keep playing these games.
Yeah.
Delicia mood is going to be determined on Anthony's actions. So
and it start today.
Yeah, so if Anthony keeps doing things the way he's doing, she probably turn into a user and take him for everything he got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But moves in a manly way and poke his chest out and keep his chin up and move like how he's supposed to move, maybe she will find the respect for him. Because just like with Amber, I feel like they didn't initially start off liking Anthony. They have to grow to like Anthony.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, Delicia is growing to like Anthony. But finish all that if he keep being little ankles on the real. Like,
he's moving shady and that's not good. And I don't like the fact, you know what, Money Law? I know it's his house, he have it before Amber, but still it's Amber's home. It's him and Amber's home. He should have just let Delicia stay at her home.
That's all he has to do.
Yeah, that's what he has to do until he signed on that dotted line. If he loves Delicia, he said he loves her, he should just sign the paper at this point. That's what I would do, because he said he can make the money back. You know, I mean, just give her the 50%. You hide asset. So if him just give her the 50%, then they don't need to get no forensic people to go find the rest of stuff that he's having. He's not thinking clearly. And how come he's such a businessman and he does not have lawyers and retainer that will say, look here, Anthony, this is what you're doing. Why is not speaking to his business lawyer, his divorce lawyer? I don't see none of those things taking place. He's moving sloppy. You know what I mean?
Sharon, and I keep going back to that conversation with him and Ben. Mm-hmm. When he told Ben that Amber slapped the taste out of his mouth and he could got her arrested because she has a record.
Yes.
And Ben said to him, why didn't you? Because it would be easier for you with the divorce in terms of your financials.
Mm-hmm.
He got that perfect opportunity. If he did not want Amber to get that 50%, he got that perfect opportunity to get Amber arrested for domestic violence. Why didn't he?
Because he loves her.
Because he does not want the divorce.
Yep.
Because now he could dictate to say, I'm not giving you 50%, I'm giving you
Mm-hmm.
25%, or I'm going to have you arrested.
Exactly.
Because the ball was in his court. But
Mm-hmm.
if he told Ben, no, she's still my wife and I don't want to see her behind bars. If he did not, if the money was more important to him than seeing her behind bars, he would not care about she being behind bars. He did not have to get her arrested. He could tell her that, okay, we are going to negotiate this divorce thing, 25%, or I'm going to get you arrested. It's as simple as that. He would not have to get her arrested. He could use that as a negotiation tactics and get his 75% and Amber get her 25%, what they spoke with the lawyer about, and go their separate ways. But no, he said, oh, I don't want to see her behind bars. You would not have to go behind bars. You could use that to negotiate your settlement and be done with it. So him saying, do not want to see her behind bars is bull crap.
That's true.
Of course, I'm saying he did not have to get her behind bars. He didn't have to want to see her behind bars. He could say to the lawyer, listen, get in touch with Amber lawyer because this is the case. Either I'm going to get her arrested because she has a charge and she slapped me, or we negotiate, she get 25% and we walk away clean. He could have done that. He didn't want. He doesn't want no divorce. I'm convinced. I'm convinced he does not want that divorce. I'm convinced he does not want that divorce because he have an out and he didn't take it.
Yeah, he don't want it. He don't want it. And I believe the reason he brought Denisha to that house because it was an ego booster for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
We seeing when Amber went over Dave's house how impressed she was. She was used to Anthony's mansion by now because it's her mansion also.
Exactly.
So was to bring the little ghetto girl from the hood.
Yep.
All right. So until Moneylaw get back in he frozen. So Malika is going to steal Anthony money. Payback is coming in karma. All right. Thank you, there. Suzette
You
says,
think so?
if Amber is checked out, why is she still emotional connected to Anthony? Panic attacks, flowers, Denisha cooking in the kitchen. Amber is a lot of talk. Look at her action. Yes, we are looking at it. I hope Moneylaw get unfree soon. And then Malika is going to steal Anthony money. Payback is coming.
Where's Malika?
Anna Jones says here, oh, the marriage was over from the beginning. They have never been on the same page, Anna Jones says. And then Amanita says, let me just put back the link here for Moneylaw because he got frozen. I think his earpod died. Amanita says, he didn't have to follow Amber back home. He should have followed through with the divorce. Anthony should also have divorced Amber when he found out about Way and stay and do her wrong. All right, let me just come down here. Right now we have, okay, so Lydia say, hi there, Lydia. Anthony feminine side would not call the police due to vanity regarding Amber's slap and Shayla's essay. We need a divorce, Anita says. And Moneylaw, if you're still there, if you're not died, click the link. And Auntie Riri says, yes, the smirk was all about the gratification. It is still about him. Okay, thank you, dear, for that. Auntie Riri. And then Nancy says, I've been watching this skit since day one. All right. And then Amber never bring anyone at the house. Why would she? She wouldn't bring anyone. They have their house. 100 cart Moneylaw. Okay, Dana is agreeing there. Anthony don't because his name would be tied up in it. He imagine in everything to him. And Auntie Riri said, Moneylaw, sorry, Sharon and Charmaine. This is SkitLanta commentary twin. Always calling spade a spade. Thank you very much, My darling. We call a spade a spade. One thing over here, Riri, we are not, and even you two on your channel, we call a spade. Even you two call a spade too, darling. We call it. We just speak on it. We speak on what we see. We are not going to let anybody change our opinion because we're just speaking on what we see. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and then we pick up our nuggets, right? So thanks for that, Auntie Riri. And Sanita says, Anthony needs to let Amber go. Tony says, hi there, Tony. Where is Amber? She is at Dave O's, darling. I just need to go over to Dave and talk to her. Please hit the like button, guys. We have 50 likes and we have 104 people watching. We really appreciate that if you hit the like button. All right, so now only 53 likes we have there. So whoever is in the bush hiding, please hit the like button. Thank you very, very much. All right, so let's see what else Auntie Riri says. Always humble. Yes, Auntie Riri. So, so true. Yes, we stand on business. If we are wrong, we admit that too. Exactly, Auntie Riri. If we are wrong, we say it. That's what we do. And then Passion says, Anthony was the same person that he is now. He cannot, oh, wait, it move away from me. Cannot blame anyone for Anthony action, but himself, he needs to change. I think he come to Atlanta to run from his boss. What about Amber action? Shouldn't the same that apply, Passion, the same that applies to Anthony applies to his wife? Because as I said, yes, Money Law. I'm sorry, guys, my phone overheated. I understand, Money Law, but you did a wonderful, wonderful job. Phenomenal. Money Law did excellent. Charmaine, looks like Charmaine.
No, I'm here.
So Money Law says this phone overheated and shut down, it looks like.
Oh,
yours
I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay, hit the like button, people. Auntie Riri saying, please hit the like button. And Yolanda says, this is Anthony and Denisha's fault. Oh, what is that? Yolanda, please explain that for us. How can it be Anthony and Denisha's fault?
For what?
What is Anthony and Denisha's fault? Anthony and Denisha's fault is for taking little baby her son to see Shayla's also. That's the only thing I can blame Denish for, to get her son into this mess, because that little boy is gonna get hurt and that is unacceptable. And it started already. We saw the hurt on that little child. So no matter what Anthony is doing right now, he is still going to be hurt at the end of the day. No matter what they're saying, his feelings was hurt. He heard what Shayla says. They can't unheard what was said. All right. So Marion says, Amber was willing to negotiate when she came to the house that morning. She saw him and Denisha. He lost the opportunity now. Well said there. Yes, he played a stupid game. He gets stupid prize at the end of the day. That's all I have to say, Marion West. And Auntie Riri says, Money Law, you must have an iPhone. Mine does it too. I got to get the replay. All right. Thank you. All right. And then you just have to watch the replay. Auntie Riri, Money Law was wonderful, I tell you. Just what I'm thinking.
As always, as always.
Yeah, he always on point. One thing, you know what? It's good when somebody can actually speak on what they're seeing. We can't get in our emotion, because you know this can evoke emotions. And we have to commentate, do our commentary, review this skit in what we're seeing. And we're giving Kountry Wayne his credit. That's his stuff, and we're commenting on it, and we're entertaining people, and we're also learning from what we are seeing too, right? And T Baby says, remember, Coco and Anthony has always been this way. I'm ready for the wrath. Oh yes, I'm Anthony and Amber is warring, but Anthony is worse than Amber now. Sanita, Anthony and Amber are two peas in a pod. Be honest now, Sanita. And then Annie says, I had wanted Denisha, gave him a solid slap like what Amber did to him. No. I do not want to put her hand on my Anthony's. Come on now. Lydia says, really, Nancy? Wayne deleted the Facebook video. That's very interesting. What video?
Which Facebook video?
Yeah. Lydia, let we know. Auntie Riri says, I need to know Denisha's fault. I need to know Delicia fault. Okay, so Auntie Riri, Denisha's fault was to bring her son into the mess. That's a marital home. She and Anthony should have just stick to her place and just don't bring them in the home until the divorce is final. That's all I'm saying. Because that, at the end of the day, that is a matrimonial home. That is an Amber's home, not Denisha, not is Kai's son, and he's playing stepfather too. And I'm not gonna call that Anthony stepfather because Anthony is still legally married to Amber, so there is no way Kai is Anthony's stepson. And then Anthony and Sheila is, in my opinion, Denisha probably didn't know Anthony was going to take her son in the lion's den. I think she knows that he was going over there to get his son. Yes, she knows. Thank you, dear Auntie Riri. And then T Baby says, I don't understand why women want Amber with Anthony. I have a question. Would you want your daughter with a man like Anthony? Would you? Okay, let me flip this back to you now, T Baby. Would you want your son with a woman like Amber? And then we can talk. Put the answer in the chat there for me, T Baby. And then Judith says, Anthony is not worse than Amber. They are both equal in their wrongs. Exactly, Judith. And nobody seems to get that. Nobody seems to get that. One thing I'm not going to be, we are going to be truthful. We are going to review the skit in what we are seeing, and we're calling a spade a spade. Thank you very much. Well said, dear Judith. And then Sabrina says, Denisha, for entertaining this man and dating and living with a married man. Anthony Fox for bringing Kai to Shayla's house. It is Denisha to get her son involved in a married man when she's been with a married man. Don't let your child meet nobody until you get to know them. Don't bring your child into a situation like this. This is messy, and it's only getting messy. See, our son got hurt. His feelings got hurt. And trust me, there's going to be more hurt for that child, and that is unacceptable. Now he's going to end up with emotional trauma. I've never seen him live, but I always agree with him. Oh, you never see him live, but you have, okay. Thank you, dear Auntie Riri. And then T Baby says, no, he is not. He has a problem with the Amber character. He always negative when it comes. He is not negative. He's speaking the truth, T Baby. Come on now, be honest. And God still has a plan, still stands. The God still has the plan, still stands. Yes, those that definitely. I think so too. And Sanita said, I just don't like Anthony. I will never like Anthony. Thank you very much for your opinion. And we know that. And Yolanda said, I say that because she subjected her son to this madness, and now his feelings are hurt. And if by any chance, if even if Amber decided to come home, they are going to have to explain this his wife hurt again. Exactly, Yolanda. And then and I thought you went to sleep. Sharon, another question, please. If Amber decided that she doesn't want any money from the divorce, do you think Anthony would sign the paper now? I don't think he would. Do you think he would if Amber said she don't want the money, Charmaine?
Based on the fact that he had a way out and he did not take it, I think he would find a reason not to if he does not want the divorce. Because he said to Dylan the other day, Amber is trying. Remember what he said to Dylan? Amber is trying to divorce me. If that is a man who wants a divorce or is ready for a divorce, you would not say Amber is trying to divorce me. You would say that Amber is divorcing me.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying to Amber, you are trying to divorce, you are asking for a divorce. That is not something that I want. So he always said he does not want this divorce. So I don't know where the writers are going with this, but wherever they're going, it's not going to be, some people is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm only praying that they do not showcase these kids getting hurt in all of this.
But let's start 30 with the little kid. His feelings was hurt today. Cham, Kai's feeling was hurt.
He was hurt today. If he was not hurt, he would not have gone home to tell his mom. And I think the fact, what he told his mom was that Shayla was asking about where that Anthony was not his dad, which, Anthony is not his dad. So I don't even know why that would have hurt his feeling.
Yeah.
That should not have hurt his feeling because he's old enough to know that this man is not his dad. Yes, he's doing stuff that maybe you'd want his dad to do. But it's not his dad. So why would him saying, Sheila saying, this is not your dad, hurt his feeling? Is he hurting for his dad? Is he crying out to say, I need my dad in my life? Because that is the only way I could see somebody saying, this is not your father. This is not your child. This is Anthony's, you're not his dad. And for him to feel that hurt, because that's what he told his mom. So is he telling his mom that, look, I need my dad in my life? Because that is Kai's dad. That is little Kai's dad. He's in little Kai's life. So Anthony's not my dad. And people is pointing it out. So I want my dad in my life, because sometimes people cry for stuff that are crying out for something, but they're not making it simple. They are doing it in like a parable. Maybe this is what he wants to say to his mom. Listen, she said that Anthony's not my dad. The mom know that Anthony's not his dad. Kai knows that Anthony's not his dad. So I don't know why she just picked that one part to tell his mom. Unless he's trying to say to his mom, you know something? I'm here and I see all of this, but I would want to have my dad, because the fact that Kai dad is Anthony. Maybe if he did not have to deal with Kai being Anthony's kid, maybe it would be easier for him. But the fact that now he knows that, or he's seeing that Anthony actually have a child and he's in the child's life, maybe he's crying out to say, you know what, I want my dad in my life. Because no stepfather will play a great role, but that's still your dad. That's what I'm trying to say. It's still not your flesh and your blood. So I'm thinking they're about to introduce her his father into SkitLanta.
I think so too.
That they're trying to maybe introduce his real dad. His SkitLanta dad into SkitLanta, because I think that is what he wanted to tell his mom today. I don't think it has anything to do with Anthony not being his dad. Maybe he wants, because it's 10 years. He has not seen his dad. He grew up without his dad, and maybe Anthony coming around is reminding him that he also has a dad. Where is his dad? He wants his dad to do all the stuff that Anthony's doing. Just like Amber wanted her husband to do all the stuff that Dave is doing. Maybe that's what Kai is looking for, saying, you know what? Where is my dad? The dad that I am supposed to be. I don't know if he has his surname. I don't know anything, but where is my dad?
We don't know yet.
No, I realize that this man is not my dad.
Yeah, I think so too.
In a blink of an eye, he's doing all of this stuff, but that does not still mean he's my dad.
True.
So maybe I need my dad. So maybe that's what he's trying to say to the mom.
I totally agree.
With something else.
Yeah. Let me read this comment here from Julie. Julie said, T-Baby, everyone has their own opinion. We can agree to disagree. Exactly. While some wants the divorce, some don't. I would like to see both of them change, healed, and back together, period. Exactly. That's what I would like to, Judith. Well said. And Riri, I see that you put in the chat that you were triggered. I'm really sorry. Auntie Riri, I don't mean to trigger you. That's why I asked in the chat. I think I know why. All right. Okay, the storyline is triggering, or what are we saying? I think Denisha, Auntie Riri says, I think Denisha doesn't keep it real with
Does Kai. Keep it, does.
I don't think so. I think Denisha does keep it real with Kai.
But then we don't know what she's telling Kai.
Yeah.
We have never heard her telling Kai anything regarding his dad. She told Anthony that the dad was abusive. The dad came back when he was 3, and then because of something, he said he wanted all. That's what she told Anthony.
Okay, hold on there. We have a comment here, and I just want you never to troll without real perspective. Troll will get against anyone that does not fit their narrative and make personal attacks. Yes, really, so true. Because somebody, now Big Beautiful Bill says, you don't call a spade when it comes to Amber and her shenanigans. We do. What?
I always call a spade. So I don't know.
Be honest. She's saying I don't. So can you please
let me
explain to her?
finish what I was saying when
Okay.
I said she told Anthony that the guy was abusive and he came back and he said, this was her words to Anthony, he wanted all. And if he could not get it all, then he was not. And she said to him, no. So I don't understand when she said he wanted it all. What all did he want? But for me, the Denisha that was introduced to the skit, I don't think any man would abuse her. She would not allow a man to abuse her. I don't think she would allow a man to abuse her. Unless back then, and then she changed to who she is now. But I don't see somebody abusing her, and she's always keen about her son. And I don't know, but we still have to get some more backstory on her. And I think Momo and Piari going to be friends, and we're going to learn some more things. We might learn some more things about Denisha because through Piari and Momo friendship. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna learn a lot more. Yeah, and that is gonna be wonderful for us to see going forward in this saga with the shenanigans that's going on. Amber and Anthony they're both even right now. That's what I said all the time. Amber and Anthony is even. They're both has to go through this. This is their journey, and they have to complete it at the end of the road. Let's see what God plans us to do with the Daltons. That's all I can say. It would be nice for we to see them in mediation because Terry and Libby was in mediation yesterday. You know what I mean? And that was amazing. I was shocked when I saw them in the mediation. Why isn't the Daltons in mediation? I'd love to see that.
Anthony said he's not going to sign those papers over his unalive body. That's what he said. So maybe when he's holed up in a hospital somewhere because he has something go wrong with him, maybe then he will consider signing the paper because he might think that he is.
Did Anthony hold Amber's hostage? Please explain to me.
Because
Anthony hold their hostage.
When people are held hostage, they are held without food. Most people I shouldn't say that. Most people are held hostage. There's no way to communicate with the outside world. Even if they give them food, there's no way you can communicate with the outside world. And Amber had her cell phone on her all the time because she called Ernestine and she told Ernestine that Anthony took her key. She could have called an Uber. She could tell Ernestine, pull up. She could say to Ernestine, pull up. Because the doors to the house, she can go out of the house. I know that he could not lock her inside if she did not want to be locked inside. So she's saying he held her hostage. He asked her nicely to stay. And she said, okay. I'm just kidding about the nicely, because he held on to her, he hugged her, and he said, we need to talk. And she finally said, okay, I'll talk. But in terms of holding hostage, when people are held hostage, they cannot communicate with the outside world. I've never heard anybody being held hostage and is able to communicate with the outside world.
Amber can beat Anthony up. She can Amber is a strong woman. So if anything, and I want Amber because right now what Anthony did, Amber caught him not once but twice, and that is emotional trauma for Amber. I'm saying it again, since as you guys don't think I am being fair with the Amber character. Amber is the reason why I do this review. Amber caught her husband in bed with her best friend, and she delivered that baby, her husband baby, and didn't even know she was delivering her husband baby. That is diabolical, what Anthony and Shayla did. And then to top it off, Anthony let Amber caught him again with another woman, not even out of a stranger, but in her brand new bedroom with Denisha. So that is a psychological trauma again. So
I'm not going to say it's trauma or anything, because if it was trauma, and this is my opinion, if I'm traumatized, I remember when I was held up with a weapon. As a matter of fact, two weapons. I was held up in my office when I was in Jamaica, and I was traumatized for a long time. I would not walk near a policeman. If I'm going up the road and I see a policeman and I know that policeman has his weapon out, I would turn back because I would not want to be near a policeman with anybody with a weapon. And it only took a woman, my friend, my stepdaughter mother, who was also a police, to say, you cannot live like this because you are living in fear, and fear will cripple you when it comes on to that. And she was the one who helped me to get over that trauma. So Amber, yeah, she said she was traumatized and blah, blah, blah. But yet she is, what is she? She's friend with Shayla again. And she keep telling Anthony, I caught you and Shayla in bed. You have a baby on me and all that. So if she did not seek any form of therapy in terms of trying to get over that, apart from that Timu lawyer that they took, Timu whatever that they had.
That was a worthless lawyer.
Exactly, the Timu therapist. She did not actually seek, she did not actually or actively seek intense therapy to get over that. So yeah, I am not going to sit here and saying that, oh, she was so traumatized. She knows when she left that door open, Anthony was coming back.
Do you believe Amber was traumatized?
And I know she was praying and she allowed God to come into her life and all that. So I know that helped a lot. But in terms of even that day when she saw Anthony and Delicia, what did she say? She said she don't care. She just was rocking.
She was rocking outside.
Yes, but she said she was staying until he signed the paper. She said she was staying until she signed the paper because all she wanted was the paper signed. She was not worrying about what was happening in there. All she wanted was to sign the paper. And until she, okay, so she's traumatized. Let's say she's traumatized. But until she seek real therapy, she's not going to be healed. So she's going to get into another relationship being this traumatized as well. If she and Dave does not work out, she's going to get into another relationship with the same traumatic experience and not heal. So she needs to heal.
Yeah, everybody deal. Yeah. Amber needs to get Auntie Riri and everybody else in the chat. Amber needs to get healed. She needs to.
Of course, she needs healing.
She needs therapy.
Anytime you're traumatized about something, the only thing you can get over that, and I'm looking for a comment in the chat. Everybody deal with trauma differently. And I'm not going to say that, oh, I deal with my trauma, somebody else need to deal with. But it is healing. And if you don't seek to be healed for something, you will never be able to face that situation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you are traumatized about. Healing is the only way to face your situation. And Amber was never ever. Amber never seek healing about anything. And that's why she keep reliving the situation over and over. Because she keep talking about Shayla and your baby. And you have a baby on me and you and Shayla this. And if she actually
she's not healed. She is not healed. And she told Anthony, I'm not fully healed. She's not
exactly
healed.
If she did seek healing for that situation,
professional help.
If she did seek healing for that situation, should not be talking about it because should not be reliving it like that over and over again. But she did not get sick. She did not seek therapy for that situation. And as long as she does not seek therapy for that situation and get complete healing, it's going to always be like that.
And I love what Simply said here. Simply said, Sharon, you are right. It can be traumatic. You cannot measure or compare one's personal trauma against someone else. Everyone deals with trauma situation differently. And you're absolutely right. And then the phrase that says, if Amber is traumatized, so is Anthony. Exactly. They're both traumatized. That is why Anthony is moving so recklessly, D. Fraser. And then Auntie Riri says, okay, that's how it comes across. Amber needs a Charmaine in her life. She don't have that. That's why I've been a team healing and from day one. When people took sides, healing for both.
Of
Exactly. They
course,
both
you have
need
to
healing.
heal.
They
It doesn't
both need
matter
healing.
what. It doesn't matter what your
Well
traumatic
says Auntie
experience
Riri.
is. Healing has to happen. You can't
It has
suffer
to.
trauma. It doesn't matter what it is. Healing has to happen, and you might not heal the way I heal, but you have to heal some way somehow. When I lost 3 sisters in 4 years. My
Yeah.
2 first sisters that I lost was during COVID. I did not get to attend their funeral because you could not have a gathering. You could not travel New York, and I'm here. And I could not go to her funeral, and that was traumatic for me. And then COVID and people losing, you hearing about all these people dying and all of that. That was also another traumatic event for me. And I had to seek therapy I did therapy for 6 months so that I could
It's
get
for
over
healing.
all of that. So everybody healed differently. Everybody healed differently. I had to seek therapy again because of the situation with what I went through. And my last sister who passed away, I could deal with it. That one was easy. I watched her take her last breath. But guess me what? I could deal with that because I had therapy and I used the tools that was given to me in therapy to deal with that other last experience. So I can tell you, you need to heal. Healing is a must in any traumatic experience that you have. Healing is a must.
Definitely. Healing is a must. Thank you. All right. So thank you, dear Charmaine. Thank you everyone for this lovely chat. We appreciate Monila for coming up. Thank you, Annette, for being here. Thank you, Auntie Riri, for supporting us. Thank you, chat. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. And we will catch you in the next live. Bye for now. Well said, Charmaine.
Guys, and as I said before, I said every time, if you are triggered by anything, triggered by something that we said, triggered by something that you watch, because some of these skits will trigger you. I was watching even some of the Bethany skits. I was watching the Roan and the Sean, the Roan and the Sade skits. What Moma did that will trigger people to want to respond differently. Just take a step back, breathe, just maybe read a book, watch a really uplifting movie, a love movie or something, and just decompress. There are different ways, there are different tools. You can go Google online ways to decompress after a triggering event or something. But sometimes we need to do that so that we can get back in that proper frame of mind. So just do that. I've been doing that for a while now. I come home from work after a hard day of work and I go sleep. I read a book or something and I go sleep. I wake up refreshed and I'm ready to take on the world again. So sometimes we have to do that. So, guys, this is Sunday evening. Well, it's Sunday night because where I am, it's minutes to 8. So I'm just going to have my dinner with a glass of non-alcoholic wine and just breathe. Just breathe.
Exactly.
Just breathe.
Well said. Well said, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye for now, guys. Until later.